Blanka, the electrifying green machine from the country of Brazil. The beast that has captivated our attention since the Street Fighter II game hit the arcade in the 90s. Blanka'S electrical powers and his rolling attack make this character dangerous to any opponent. This bizarre-looking character has particular physical features, such as his green skin and electricity-driven powers. You will be shocked with what you are about to hear. Let me welcome you to the Street Fighterverse. Blanka'S initial ideas were made by Akira Akiman Yasuda, very popular Street Fighter designer, who was involved with the initial character creations in the Street Fighter franchise. The initial concept behind the Green Man resulted from an early design Akiman had. The design was of an African man named Anabebe, who was said to be raised by a lion. Later on, after the release of the final fight, Street Fighter's first cousin had a boss character by the name of Damned, with similar structural designs. Capcom again approached the idea for Blanka'S character in the Street Fighter II. The Capcom team even considered a couple of designs for the Green Man. They even included the idea of a masked wrestler, modeled after Tiger Mask, a Japanese manga series written by Iki Kajiwara and illustrated by Naoki Tsuji. Another interesting design was the idea of a ninja-style warrior. At the stages of development for Street Fighter II, Capcom changes the design to a large man with thick hair and sideburns, named Hammer Blanka. The Capcom team decided that his feral beast type of appearance was perfect. They felt the game would be dull with only human characters. The most important recognizable physical characteristic is Blanka'S unique green color. Initially, Blanka'S green appearance was attributed to his consumption of chlorophyll from plants. It also worked as a way to blend in into his jungle environment, a color change that as time progressed became permanent. When Street Fighter II arrived in the United States, Blanka'S green coloring was attributed to a lightning strike during an electrical storm, in which Blanka and his plane were impacted by. As of that, having his plane crashed as well. In Japan's version, it states that the plane was brought down by the Shadow Lu with the purpose of killing a minister that was in the same plane as Jimmy. In Street Fighter II, Blanka'S skin is yellowish green, but later versions of the character are bright green. Early Street Fighter II artwork of Blanka showed him having a pure green skin, despite the in-game renders showing him with yellowish skin color. Aside from his green skin, Blanka also has vivid orange hair. His appearance in Street Fighter II became his nostalgia costume in Street Fighter V. Despite his strange appearance, however, Blanka is in fact human. Even though Blanka has a mean-looking appearance, he is a docile, passive human being with a heart of gold, fond of his family connections and friendships. Blanka has a great relationship with the children from his village and loves his mother very much. Just don't get on his other side. Blanka, when angered, lets loose of his instincts like a wild animal, attacking his opponents with ferocity and predatory rage. As the series goes on, Blanka, while retaining his usual manner of speech, starts to develop a bit more common sense, which ironically makes him a more cautious-minded foil to the hot-headed Dan Hibiki. Blanka is Dan's best friends besides Sakura. Much of the history of their relationship is mostly unknown, but it is said that Blanka saved Dan at some point before his mutation. Dan always addresses Blanka by his true name, Jimmy. Blanka is also good friends with Sakura. Blanka, Dan, and Sakura had appeared in Street Fighter prologues and endings together. His dislike of masked men, as he believes good people shouldn't hide their faces, is also shown in his rival battle with El Fuerte, and also with his win against Vega. Blanka has a grand arsenal of devastating moves and special abilities. Despite being a charge-based character, Blanka'S fighting style is based on speed and unpredictability. His unusual appearance and movement means he can often surprise opponents with the range and sudden ferocity of his attacks, most of which are various versions of his rolling attack. His jump is very fast, allowing him to quickly jump over projectiles and attack opponents before they can recover. In addition, his animal-like characteristics allow him to counter moves in unusual ways. For instance, in the Street Fighter II series, Blanka can avoid a high tiger shot from Sagat by simply walking forward, allowing it to pass over his head. Later games modified the rolling attack so that the weaker versions of the move stopped short, allowing him more tactical capability, as well as introducing other variants of the move to increase the player's options for approaching opponents. The series, as well as later games, grant Blanka moves that allow him to rush backwards and forwards quickly to surprise opponents, and slide moves such as the Amazon River Run that allow him to slip under projectiles and attack an opponent's legs. Blanka fights in a self-taught, animalistic style. However, Capcom's USA division originally depicted it as a capoeira technique. Capoeira is a martial art of Brazilian and African origins that combines elements of dance, acrobatics, and music. It was developed in Brazil, mainly by African descendants, with native Brazilian influences. When Blanka uses his signature attack, Electric Thunder, he crouches and emits an electrical current shocking anyone and anything it touches. Blanka is strong enough to generate 150,000 volts of lightning. In Street Fighter V, Blanka retains all of his moves from the previous games, and his Lightning Cannonball Ultra combo from Street Fighter IV is now his critical art, known as Dynamic Rolling. His first V-trigger is the Jungle Dynamo, where his special attack can roll his opponent directly, and his second V-trigger, Lightning Beast, can roll his opponents in electric fashion in both ground and midair. Blanka's origins are from the jungles of Brazil, the largest country in both South America and Latin America. With a population of over 211 million, Brazil is the world's 5th largest and 6th most populous country. It is the largest country to have Portuguese as an official language, and the only one in the Americas. Brazil's large territory comprises different ecosystems, such as the Amazon rainforest, recognized as having the greatest biological diversity in the world. Other Brazilian Street Fighter characters that are playable are Laura Matsuda and Shan Matsuda. Street Fighter's Hulk, Blanka, is one of the characters that opened the path for diversity in the Street Fighter franchise. Blanka's balance of strength and calmness have made him one of the most beloved characters in the Street Fighter series. We have talked today about Blanka's moves, his personality, and the creator's explanation of Blanka's original designs. So, what do you like about Blanka? Let us know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on new theories and info. Thank you for watching. This has been your Street Fighter host. Welcome to the center stage.